With just over a minute left in the Sabres' Game 6 win against the Boston Bruins on Friday, Bruins defenseman Charlie McAvoy slashed Sabres forward Zach Benson in the face with his stick after Benson tripped McAvoy, while the Sabres move on to round 2, putting the Bruins in off-season mode. McAvoy may have some more downtime than the rest of his team. The NHL Department of Player Safety offered McAvoy an in-person hearing, which means he could be suspended for 6 or more games to start next season. The refs gave McAvoy a 5-minute major and a game misconduct on Friday, while Benson received a minor penalty for tripping. The play sparked immediate reaction from the Sabres bench and capped off a frustrating series for Boston, which lost all 3 home games. McAvoy later said he believed the trip was a slew foot. Regardless, head coach Lindy Ruff said at that point he just wanted to finish the game unscathed, and some players undermining the hit away from the puck. But Ruff thinks there's a little more to it.
With what happens with Benny at the end, obviously Benny's not meaning to do anything there, and at the end of the day, he plays a physical game. You tip your cap to how hard he plays. So it's something that you got to know what's coming there. But yeah, it's playoff hockey, and that's kind of what you got to expect.
I don't know if we got under his skin or not, but you don't want to see the last play of the game. You don't want to see a guy take a chop like that at somebody else. I'm just going to say raw emotion. Charlie's a hell of a player. Cares about winning. Anybody would want Charlie on his team. Probably went a little too far though.
Sabres are on to round 2 for the first time in almost 20 years. Who they will play? Well, that's to be determined as Canadiens Lightning play Game 7 on Sunday. As for the rest of the league, just one game on tonight's slate, the first game of round 2 in the playoffs, and it comes from the East. The Carolina Hurricanes are coming off a sweep against the Ottawa Senators, and the Philadelphia Flyers turning around after a high-octane 6-game series against the Pittsburgh Penguins. On to the NFL, where the Bills may have found one of the more intriguing defensive pieces in this year's draft in Jalen Kilgore. He's a safety with a reputation for versatility and brings the kind of flexibility every modern defense covets, especially Jim Leonhard and his 3-4. He's shown the ability to move all over the field, which leads to some early questions about exactly where he'll line up at the next level. Well, Kilgore said he's going to play safety based on his conversation with Bills safeties coach Joe Dana during his pre-draft visit in Buffalo.
I was talking with Coach Dana. We was working out a lot at safety, so that's probably where they're going to start me off at first. And if that's where I need to be, then that's where I'll play. But if they need to move somewhere else and play, I'm willing to do that as well. We watched over film for like an hour, talk ball. Then we went on the field, did some field work, and he loved everything, and I loved his vibe and energy, and I could tell that he's ready to compete and win. So that's definitely an organization I'm ready to be a part of. I did a lot of work with the Bills where they came and worked me out as a safety, and we did a lot of safety drills, and they see they can really mold me into being a top safety on their team. So that's what we're going to push for.
Even so, I don't expect him to be that limited. With his skill set, the Bills could deploy Kilgore in a variety of ways, making him a potential chess piece in their defensive scheme right from day one, but we won't see that until minicamp next week. And that's a look at your 6 o'clock sports.